It's Andy from the Impossible Knot Yarn Shop. It's been a really long time since we've posted anything. COVID did number on us. And then in January, right in the new year, we filmed and never posted. And all of a sudden it's now July. So here we are. We're gonna try to do this more often again. So I'm the owner of the Impossible Knot Yarn Shop, and this is Gina. She's my shop helper. She's agreed to help me out. Helen is still around. She's just super busy, and now that it's summer, she's camping and doing all kinds of stuff. So we're busy. We're in it together. We're just going to take a little bit of time to show you some of our current finished objects, because we actually have a lot. And we're just going to show you a few. We're not going to worry about works in progress because I know there's a lot of them. But anyways, we'll get right to it. I'll start with Smookie. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So the Smookie is by Kate Davies Designs, and so it is a little single stitch cable pattern, and it's repeating, so you can see the design in it. And it is a big boxy sweater with little 3/4 sleeves. And I used Estelle's Eco Tweed DK, which is fairly new to the shop. We got it not that long ago. I actually got it, started knitting the Smookie with it, and then had to buy it for the shop because it's so lovely. It's a 2-ply organic wool, organic alpaca, and cellulosic viscose. It's actually a process that's better for the environment, so it's eco. It's very lovely and soft.
So
for
soft.
non-superwash.
Soft. Yeah.
It's a tweed. It's all the tweeds have some sort of natural type tweed colors, nothing too crazy, and it's all gorgeous colors. So we have that in the shop, and I really like it. It fits me so nice. I'm not putting it on though. I'm dying in this t-shirt already. It's hot in here.
It's the perfect fall sweater though. It's
beautiful. It is. Thankfully I finished it before fall.
Yeah.
This one I started quite a while ago. Like I think I started in January, but it was on hold for a little bit because the sleeves, I was worried that they'd be too small here. So I ended up picking out what I'd done and then re-knitting it, and then realizing I used the wrong needle and then picking it out again. And I knit a couple inches longer in the sleeve. But I really enjoyed knitting it. This yarn is lovely in either cables or in a stockinette, so it's wonderful.
It's beautiful.
What do you have?
Okay, so I'm wearing mine. This is the Anna T by Sara Stark.
It's so cute.
It's like a tiny little t-shirt, and
it's hard to see because it's dark.
It's hard to see, but what I really love about it is the saddle shoulder. So it just comes down right here.
It almost looks like a raglan, but it's not. It's a saddle.
It's a saddle shoulder, so it's just kind of like comes down like a saddle on your shoulder.
And it's completely stockinette, so
all stockinette. It's in the round, top down.
My favorite.
I knitted in, let me cheat, Drop Alpaca.
Yep.
And I finished it in no time. So it's a very, very quick knit.
What size needle was that?
That was a 3.5, I believe.
Oh, so not bad at all.
3.25. Not super bad. I knitted in a smaller needle than the pattern suggested. So I started it. I did not swatch. I didn't swatch.
I swatch sometimes.
Sometimes I do when it's really important. My start was literally my swatch. I was like,
did you started and then pulled it out?
I started and I pulled it out because I started it. Usually I am a size like small, kind of like small, medium, in between.
Lucky. She's I'm small. Don't brag.
I started with whatever suggested needle, and it was way too loose. So like I don't like when my actual garment is too holey and
it was the same with the DK that I used. I used a 3.75 instead of a 4 because I liked the fabric.
Yeah,
you gotta like the fabric.
Yeah, so I prefer this kind of fabric because it's nice and tight. I don't have to wear anything underneath it really. It is Drop Alpaca, so it's not super hot, but I don't want to say it's the ideal like
not
30
for this weather.
Degree summer sweater.
It's been cooler for us. It was really hot in May, and then it got warmer, but it's been off and on raining, and it's gotten like today is I'm warm.
It's pretty hot. So yeah, so I
pretty
pulled it out. and then
It's
start
cute.
it again. Start it with like half a size smaller needle, something like that,
Yep.
and a large. So I knit a larger size. So this is a medium, and I used pretty much exactly 4 balls of Drop Alpaca. So that's like
It's not- it's
just
like
under
200
200 grams.
200 grams,
Yeah.
like nothing.
It's like nothing.
Yeah.
So great for traveling.
Yeah.
Like
Oh, is it perfect? And you probably don't, is there any shaping in the body or is it
there's
straight?
nothing.
So
It's
just,
literally just like you get to where you separate from like your sleeves, and then you just knit, and
knit,
that's
knit,
it.
knit, knit.
Yeah.
Perfect TV knitting. We got a few different yarns in the shop, so this was one of the yarns. So this is the Grapefruit Pink Lady by Thea Coleman. So she does the baby cocktails. She names all her patterns after cocktails. And this is a Grapefruit Pink Lady. It's a really simple repeat, like an 8-stitch repeat, but 4 rows plus some knitting in between. And it's super easy. This was Berroco's Pima 100. So Berroco's Pima 100 is mercerized Pima cotton. It feels like a t-shirt, like it's a worn t-shirt, soft and
Super soft.
yeah, and it's not shiny. It's a matte finish, so it's really cute. So this is a little cropped vest or tee, whatever you want to call that, and it was super easy. It was bottom up, so you decrease around the neckline and then pick up for your ribbing. But it was easy and quick. I think I
Super
finished it in
quick.
like a month.
Yeah, yeah.
So a great summer, even though it's a worsted weight, it's a great summer t-shirt in the cotton. You do need to wear something underneath it, a little tank top or something, for sure.
Oh yeah.
But I had fun knitting it, and it was so easy to remember. You do need to know a little bit, because as you decrease in the sleeves here, you do need to keep in pattern. And so you do need to know, because of the type of decreases, what you need to do to adjust for the loss of some of these yarn overs. But it's not that difficult. So as long as you have a little bit of experience with decreases and how they work, you'll know how to do it.
So not a beginner pattern.
It's not a beginner pattern. It's a little bit more than a beginner. Maybe a beginner into like the
Advanced beginner.
advanced beginner or novice intermediate, something like that. I don't know if novice intermediate is actually a thing. We made a little frog for the shop for New Year's, right? Oh no, before New Year's.
Before I
Well,
think it was for
Christmas, around Christmas time.
Yeah, around Christmas time.
So whose frog is this again? This is I didn't write it down.
Dot Pebbles Knit.
It's called Frog.
It's called Frog. You'll probably, if you're on Instagram or Facebook, you've seen India
Rose Crawford.
Crawford's-
She has the most adorable videos of this little frog doing different things and gaining a friend and clothes. And there's so many people that are knitting. This is Heck Knit. What is it? He knit.
He Knit.
He knit. Has little patterns for some clothes, and this is a new little dress. It's
like a brand new dress they came
Here.
out with.
so it's hard. This is a little fluorescent. So this was Cascades
Heritage Sock.
right in their fluorescent. It's a fluorescent orange.
It's a little halter knit.
It's so cute. And so at Christmas, I keep calling it a he, but now it's got a dress. So at Christmas, it had a little red and white striped, she makes all the clothes. It had a little red and white striped sweater and a little tiny Christmas hat. And then New Year's, there was a little,
New Year's we glammed up, so we did a tiny little black sweater with sequins in it.
sequins, the Cosmos from King Cole.
Cool Cosmos.
And then you made for Valentine's Day a little blue aqua colored sweater with mohair.
With mohair, and
it
it
had a
had
little
like
heart on the
it.
front.
And then Easter.
oh right, a little teeny pink and mohair hoodie.
Right.
And I made little crochet ears for the top of the hoodie, so it's got these little floppy ears. And so now it's got a little.
And then we forgot
summer.
about the wardrobe for a little bit, so now it has a little
It was either this or a bikini, and I thought maybe, yeah, you're right. This is probably the better choice. But anyways, our
a
frog
bikini
has a
would
wardrobe.
be very, very itty bitty. Like
It needs
tiny.
like a little closet to put all its clothes in, little tiny hangers.
So we need a little Froggy wardrobe. So Froggy sits in the shop with us, and you can come see him.
Come see him or her or it. It's a frog.
It's a frog.
I've been doing some crochet projects. We want to represent. Mostly, I'm really good at granny squares. So I've been trying some other things, but do you think you can reach that down? I never did get it down.
Yeah.
The Agnes sweater vest by Bethany Lynne makes. It's on her website, so Bethany Lynne. It's a granny squares set up. Now, it's a one-size sweater, and her pattern is very rudimentary, but it's pretty easy to change because you just need to figure out how big your squares are to make them fit the configuration. So it's a crocheted cropped vest, and it has knitted ribbing on it. So I held the yarn double when I did the ribbing. This was Peyton's classic wool worsted, and it comes in there's 4 different colors in my squares, plus the cream color, the Aran on the outside, and it's meant to go over like a big, you know, like a loose sweater or something. And I just couldn't help myself. Honest to God, it is adorable. So we just held double to do the ribbing because it was a sort of a lighter worsted weight. But isn't that adorable? And it's the same back and front with a little split hem. I almost wish I'd done the hem longer even. Just because,
like
or maybe a
longer.
longer back hem. But it was cute and so fast. And I used a join as you go method. The last row of each square joins to its neighbors. And I got that design, or that idea off of Bonnie. That Bonnie is Green Letter Day on Instagram. And she has along the top of her Instagram a bunch of the different highlights. And one of those highlights is granny square. And you can go through, she walks you through how to crochet a whole granny square and then join as you go at the end of all the screens. And it's really helpful to make a blanket or anything join as you go. It's amazing. This is a non-super wash yarn, but honest to gosh, it's so soft.
It's amazing, yeah.
For,
it's so soft.
for a non-super wash. And it comes in a lot of colors, a pretty good palette of all different colors. We have a good selection here. And if you like to felt, good grief, I have felted bags here that are amazing if you wanted to come see. This stuff felts like no tomorrow. So it's wonderful to work with if you want to do felting. Otherwise, just wash it like any other wool. What have you got?
So it is summertime, and I find that like when we're out and about camping and doing things, and you don't want to lug around like a big project.
Yes.
So like you don't want to have, you know, like a blanket's worth of yarn with you. I find that socks are like the best just go to.
Gina's our resident sock knitter. She's knit, like the guesstimate for this year so far
I
is
think I'm at somewhere in the 30s right now.
she knits a lot of socks, like
They're fun.
a lot of socks.
It's what I wear too. So.
I've started giving her yarn from my stash because she knits so many socks. Plus she makes me socks.
I like to share, yeah. So this is, I really love this yarn. It is, I'm just gonna cheat here. I totally forgot.
That's
Wisdom Yarn's Wacky Sacky.
Wisdom Yarn's Wacky Sacky. So unfortunately the Wacky Sacky has been discontinued. We do have a ton of it in the shop though. They've brought out a new, every so often they had, it originally came in stripes and then it came in the patterned. They're all super patterned.
They're super soft.
Merino bamboo nylon blend and it's soft. Yeah.
And like it already feels soft when you just have the bowl, but then you wash it and it's just amazing. And I love the little like self-patterning yarn.
These ones
like,
were
a
so
lot.
well
These were
patterned.
so nice.
We have 1, 2,
retro
3, 4,
colors.
5, 6, 7 colors of it in the shop. And a lot of it. Well, not a lot of it, but we have a bunch of it in the shop.
Yeah.
Because I like it so much. It was so sad.
And they're the perfect yarns for just a vanilla sock. So vanilla, heel flap and heel turn,
Top
and
down.
top down. That's right. I am learning.
Yeah. I don't knit that many socks. I mean, I can knit socks, but I don't knit that many socks. So for me to know how to
headaches.
how to explain it is like I don't know. We just found a pattern for toe up with a heel flap that I have to do. So.
And I've knit socks since I think I finished my first pair when I was about 15. So it's
been a few years.
But I've never done a toe up.
Time.
So I'm gonna do that next.
Time.
I think.
I'm always just worried about like I know where to start a toe when I go top down because I put it on and I know where to start too. So I'm always worried like where do you start the gusset when you're going to do toe up? So that's my thing is I'm gonna have to learn that.
measure.
But she has, this is your own vanilla sock, right?
This is my own vanilla sock. I will eventually upload it.
I've been trying to get her to write patterns because she makes her own socks all the time, and so we're working on it.
We're working on it. I have like notes.
Oh,
Scrap notes.
so
like
she's
scraps
gonna,
everywhere, all over the
my
house.
glasswork shawl.
Mm-hmm.
She's going to be doing a pair of socks with the glasswork
With a glasswork
lace pattern on it.
pattern. Yes, yes. So that's in the works. I have like a couple different ones. But we're working on that, and we'll hope to have all of that by like sock season, so like October or so. And then that's my whip right now.
She's got one done.
I got one done, and
So those are little shrimps.
Shrimps.
Shrimply the best.
Shrimply the Best by Charlotte Stone of Stone Knits.
I still think it would have, if you used the white in the background, it would show off
Yeah.
better. So the
Yeah.
little shrimps are a little bit hard to see because it's not a very high contrast.
Yeah.
But in the pattern, I think they had a light color behind the shrimps.
They had their main color. Oh, I got all my stitch markers in
Oh,
it.
she's still got her stitch markers in there.
So their main color is what is it? It's like a beige. It's like white and beige, like
It's
white
a
and beige.
variegated, like
Yeah, it's
very
like
neutral.
speckly.
Mhm.
Very neutral, and then their main color is less vibrant than the flamingo here.
Yeah.
It's just a little more orange.
Yeah, and
yeah.
it just shows up a little bit stronger because the gray is a little bit darker in this. But I think if she did white behind this or natural color
Something
behind that, it
lighter,
might show
yeah,
up a bit better.
yeah.
But they're adorable. And when I saw these socks, I think you sent them to me, and I was
so,
like,
yeah.
oh my god, socks with shrimp on them. But there's so many.
Funny.
There are so many colorwork sock patterns right now. So many on Ravelry. Cute, adorable, cats, fruit, camping, everything. They have.
Everything.
These ones came out with, what was the other ones?
The other one is a flamingo.
Oh yeah, there's a flamingo too.
I cannot remember the pattern name, but it's a flamingo basically.
You should have done the flamingo in the flamingo color. This
well,
is the All
those are-
Points North. This is
those are
All
in
Points
the link.
North. That's When Doves Cry.
When Doves Cry and
and
flamingo.
Flamingo. I don't think we have any flamingo in stock
I'm
right now.
not sure, but it's the same. It's very similar to bubblegum. Bubblegum is a little more pink.
So who does this pattern?
Charlotte Stone of Stone Knits.
She has a lot.
She has so many. So many sock patterns. She only does socks, or for the most part socks, and they're all color work. She has a book.
Oh, she has a book.
She has a book,
Oh, good.
which is amazing, and she started slowly, just like publishing all of her patterns in the book.
Yeah, slowly, individually.
Individually.
Yeah,
So
that's
you
good.
can get like a lot of them just on Ravelry.
Mhm.
But yeah,
That looks good. I love it. I
Mhm.
think it's cute.
yeah, and I haven't done color work in so long.
Oh,
It used to never really work out for me.
she twigged me onto something. I have been for a few years doing my color work two-handed, so I'm not a continental knitter, but I can. I just find I'm a little bit tighter in continental. And I just been really having major troubles with my tension. And the last color work, I did the little bear sweater that from,
I can't. Even
I can't,
remember.
I was working on a sweater. It never got finished. At one point there's 3 colors and I just wasn't enjoying it. And the color work just wasn't, I was having real troubles. And she twigged me to the fact that perhaps it's because I'm using, I think I need to go back to just throwing and picking up my colors the way I always did before, because my tension was really easy, even and easy before. So time to pick up another color work. I think I need to redo this sweater because this is an old yarn I don't carry anymore, and this was Black Cat. So I think this is the Novelli
Novelli. Yeah.
by Caitlin. Isn't it by Caitlin Novelli?
Caitlin Hunter.
Caitlin Hunter. But this is such a great knit because it's really, really simple, and I think I just need to redo it. And it starts with the color work. So then,
So once you got the color
bottom
work
up,
done,
yeah,
then
it's just
that's it.
yeah. So I think I need to practice some more again.
I really found like I had the same issue with like I would do it with both handed. That's how I learned color
fast.
work. And it's fast, and you're like super fast. And then I'm generally a continental knitter, so I'm like super fast when I do my continental side. And then whenever I throw, it's just so loose. So I started just throwing.
The tension, the
Yeah.
difference in tension, because I'm really
too
tight
big,
continental. And I'm already tight at knitter anyway. So being really tight and continental, I was having too much and trying really hard to be loose. And then I was finding that some of it was just far too loose. So we're going to go back. I just haven't done any color work in a while.
Needs a little practice, but
Time.
it's fun. It's actually so much fun. I've been having lots of fun with it.
So we're just trying to keep things short for our first time back. We had a couple new things in the shop. For anybody who hasn't seen our videos before, we only have like 3 or 4 before. It's not very many. We're a really small yarn shop in northern BC, in the beginning of northern BC, in the Cariboo here in BC. We're in a 100-mile house. There isn't any yarn store near us. Not Kamloops lost their store. We've had a few stores go out, and one in Quesnel's gone. So there are kind of not very many stores around. We're small, but we've got all different kinds of yarn. So we carry a lot of different things, and one of the newest things in the shop was the knitting light. So it goes around your neck, it's battery operated, and these little guys turn on with button. They have cool and warm, and a mix of cool and warm, and you can hold the button down and change how bright this little thing is. Comes with a recharging cable. I'll turn it off. There we go. Comes with a recharging cable, super light, really bendy. It'll stay where you want. So if you're someone who knits while camping, or when your family's asleep and don't want all the lights on, or in the car when your husband or partner's driving.
Great for camping.
This is mine. This is for camping.
I took it with me when I was traveling, and I wore it on the plane.
Oh yeah,
so it's like
good
no
idea.
big deal taking it with you.
And it
just bends like it's all small.
It comes with a cable, but not a brick. So you need to get your own brick. Your phone brick should do. But they hold a charge for about 8 hours, and
really enough.
Like super, like when you're knitting black and you need just a little bit more light, or because that happens, you know you love someone when you knit them something black. But they're on the website. They're Lumos and Lumos knitting light or neck light, so you can find them there. And the only other thing we do have that's kind of fun in the shop right now, we just got more in stock because they've been so popular. It's been hard to keep them in stock. It's like one of my hairs on it. I know. Anyways, I shed everywhere. It's really on it. Anyways. These are Prym's knitting mill. So they have 4 little hooks inside there, and like a little knitting machine, and you can clamp them onto the table or use it in your hand at a little tiny weight, and it'll make I-cord tubes. So you can use them for edgings or ties or whatever. Some people actually make long tubes and then knit with the tubes, so you can use it as a big chunky yarn for doing pillows or mats or anything you want, really. I know. So if you, but it's they say it's the size of yarn on it is what was it? It was
pretty small.
I can't. It says somewhere on here, but I figured DK was about as big as it would go. I don't know. I thought, 2.5, 2 to 4.5. I don't think it fits a worsted. We tried it with a DK, and we felt like that was about as big, but maybe I just wasn't using it right. But it makes a really great fingering weight, and hand dyed. It makes the most coolest tubes out of it. Great for kids too, so they can play with it, but just supervise them. But we have a few of these in stock. We get them every time we get them. They sell out really quick, and then I have to wait until they're back in stock to get some more. We just got a few. There's lots of new things in the shop. There's lots to see. We're always here. Come visit. It's really quiet right now, so it's a good time to visit. It's warm in the Cariboo. It's a great time to get on the lakes.
It's perfect camping weather right now.
Yes.
It cools down at night a little bit, so you're not hot all day.
A little
Mosquito season is almost over.
Oh, please. Yes. Our cats, if you've seen my Instagram, you know that a couple of years ago we got cats, and I do post a few pictures of them. My husband had to get metal screens on the door because the cats pushed through the door, and yesterday they pushed through the metal screen and pushed through the metal screen. So I don't know what we're going to do about that.
Artists.
Yeah. No, they wanted in, not
Oh.
out. I know. The cats.
Cats.
But anyways, we're here, and we're hoping to post more often, and we'll talk more about the projects that we have. We have so many projects. We have so much
on the go right now.
Oh gosh, yes.
So much, yeah.
If there's anything you'd like to see, let us know. We'll be posting this hopefully tomorrow. It is July 5th. July 5th,
July
2023. I didn't say.
Summer.
Anyways, it's nice to talk to everybody again, and hopefully we can do this more often. And we're closer to the front of our shop, so hopefully we're not all blown out this time.
No.
Well, anyways, see you later.
See you later.